Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one, so today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer describes this router as a truly top-tier, no-compromise solution for anyone serious about their home network. Our reviewer found that this device delivers on the promise of next-generation Wi-Fi, providing incredible bandwidth and virtually zero latency performance that can match or even exceed the fastest internet plans available. It easily handles demanding tasks like streaming 8K video and running business applications, providing excellent coverage throughout a 3,000 square foot home when centrally located. The inclusion of high-speed multi-gig ports ensures it is well equipped to handle the bandwidth from any modern fiber service. What seems to have impressed this client the most, however, is the device's incredible stability over time. They describe its performance as flawless and rock-solid, running 24/7 for well over a month without a single issue or a need for a restart. Even the first firmware update was a seamless process that caused no disruption to the many connected devices. The router effortlessly manages a complex home environment with over 30 wireless gadgets, including numerous computers, phones, streaming TVs, and a growing array of security cameras, all running simultaneously alongside more than a dozen wired systems. While the initial setup was noted as being a bit tedious, the end result has proven to be well worth the effort. Ultimately, this client's experience has been overwhelmingly positive, with the router consistently performing beyond expectations. They consider it a premier choice for any network enthusiast looking for exceptional throughput, unwavering reliability, and superior security.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer found their experience with this new router to be positive overall, but it wasn't without some significant hurdles and compatibility issues. The initial setup was straightforward, though it had an unusual requirement of needing a live internet connection to even begin the process, which isn't the case with all routers. The selection of ports is generous, with multiple high-speed Ethernet connections available. A notable annoyance, however, is that the companion mobile app is only useful for the most basic setup. For any advanced configuration, like hiding the network name or adjusting security protocols, this client had to log into the device's administrative panel through a web browser on a laptop. The biggest challenge arose when trying to connect older network devices. Our reviewer specifically struggled with an older media streaming box, which would see the network but consistently fail to connect, often producing a wrong password error before a password was even entered. This appears to be a broader industry issue where devices built on much older Wi-Fi standards have trouble communicating with the latest hardware. Several workarounds were attempted, from disabling access control to downgrading the security authentication methods, but none were successful. This troubleshooting process was made more frustrating by the limited mobile app, which again forced the user back to a computer browser to access the necessary settings. Ultimately, the advice from this client is to consider the age of your existing equipment before returning a new router. Rather than an issue with this device itself, the problem may lie with outdated hardware that can no longer keep up. For our reviewer, every other device worked perfectly, and they did notice a definite performance improvement on their more modern internet TV devices after the upgrade.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience with this new high-performance router, and overall, they're very impressed. Right out of the box, the setup was straightforward, and the speeds were noticeably faster. This client mentioned they're getting their full gigabit internet speed over Wi-Fi on the 6 GHz band with their phone, and other devices on the 5 GHz band are consistently hitting 600-700 megabits per second. There was one small hiccup during setup. This reviewer has a mix of Windows, Android, and iOS devices and found that Smart Connect, which automatically assigns devices to the optimal frequency band, didn't play well with their Apple devices, Apple TV, and iPads specifically. Turning off this feature in the router's app immediately resolved the issue, and all devices connected without further problems. Aside from that minor issue, this client feels the router is well built and the connections on the back are easily accessible. The user interface within the app is intuitive, although our reviewer thinks it might be a little buggy at times, but nothing major. The most impressive aspect is how well this router handles a heavy load. With over 25 devices constantly connected, including multiple TVs, security cameras, phones, laptops, and tablets, the connection remains strong and stable. Simultaneous streaming on all those devices doesn't seem to impact performance at all. It's clear that if you have a demanding home network and want top-tier performance, this is a great option. This reviewer's home is about 1,650 square feet, and they report that the Wi-Fi signal extends well beyond the property lines, suggesting it would easily cover a 2,500 square foot home. For larger homes, 3,000 plus SQ-FT, our reviewer recommends considering a mesh system like the NETGEAR RS700S, which they've used in a larger property with great success, although acknowledging that it is a more expensive solution.
That's it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.